Welcome back to 3D comparison. This will be regarding CATIA V5. We're going to take a look over here at the leap feature. So this is really important, especially if you want to create, for example, various components that you want to interlock. And we're going to have the following case study. So I have over here body 1, which will be a simple shellable prism. This will be the sketch, as you can see it. So this is just a rectangle with fillets on the sides. We have an additional sketch, which is this one over here with blue. This will be the upper lip profile, and sketch 4 underneath it, the pink one, will be the lower lip. Now, if I will hide body 1, we're going to see that I already have this divided, so we can use the divide feature. This was discussed within my previous video in order to separate the following parts. So if I will just hide the top one, we're going to see the lower component will look like this. So the lower body and the top body will look like this. So this is a shellable prism. As you can see, we have the wall thickness. Now let's take a look over here. So we want to make that interlocking lip between those two. This will be the feature entitled lip. We're going to see over here that we have the following profile. This is the simple method. And as you can see, this will give us the following path. If I'm just going to click OK, initially, you're going to think that maybe nothing happened, but actually it did. If I'm going to hide the top section, we're going to see that now the profile looks like this. And if you're going to go a little bit closer over here, you're going to see that the profile that are sketched over here, they actually weren't taken into account. So this was a simple method where CATIA will just use the following dimensions over here for the shape in order to define that lip. We can also unhide the top section, and we're going to see that the following lip profile over here is also present. So if I'm just going to go over here within a section, I will just make the top one with a different color so we can better visualize this. I'm going to make it dark green. And within a section, within the Y and Z plane, we have the interlocking profiles like this, but I also need to highlight that in order to better visualize it. So as you can see, we have over here those sections. So currently they both share the same inner gradient over here. So it's a little bit trickier to see within this section. This is what I like about Fusion 360, that dynamic sectioning is a little bit better and more interesting. But regardless of that, we do have those elements separated. And now let's see some additional settings within the lips over here. So we can also go over here. We also have center profile in this case. And in this case, I will need to select that profile. I will need to create one. But we also have upper and lower profile. And this is the most useful because we can then use additional sketches like the one over here. So let's say that the upper profile will be the blue one, the lower profile the pink one. If I'm going to click OK, we're now going to see that the shape has changed. As you can see, we have that cutout over here. If I'm now going to go within a section, within the Y and Z plane, we do have this clearance. So this clearance over here is actually constrained by those two sketches. If I'm going to enable those two sketches over here, we're going to see that the distance between those will be the actual profile of the lip. So over here we have the possibility, let's say maybe I want to edit this sketch, and I have the possibility to make the lip different. The part will turn red. That means it will wait for an update. When I will leave that sketch, we're going to have the following profile over here. And I can do the same over here. The bottom one is just made from 3 lines. If I want to change the profile, I will delete the vertical constraint over here, and I will just make this slightly at an angle. And you're going to see that the part now updated, and we do have that change profile over here for the lip. So as you can see, the first one will follow this pink section. So this is for the lower one. And for the upper one, this will actually follow the other. As you can see over here, the blue profile. So this feature is really useful if you want to create some interlocking parts. Without functional model part, you would do this directly within part design manually. And I do recommend to do this within this workbench since this will be a lot easier. Okay, so this was an overview regarding the leap feature. I'm gonna add this video to CATIA V5 tips and tricks. You will find the full playlist over here. There are currently around 500 videos. And if you enjoy this kind of content and you want to learn more about CATIA V5, you can consider to subscribe. You're gonna find the button on the right. So that's it. Thanks for watching.